Hulk Hogan is gone. One of wrestling's most iconic and most controversial figures passed away at 71. To some, he's the face of an era, the man who made wrestling mainstream. To others, he'll always be the guy who got caught saying the quiet part out loud, a reminder of a painful double standard in American fame. In this video, we're not here to choose a side. We're here to show how people are reacting. The fans, the critics, and everyone in between. This is a raw, unfiltered look at how one man's legacy is being remembered or rejected.
Everybody talking about Hulk Hogan. Oh, Hulk Hogan was a racist. Oh my God. I don't shut the fuck up. Hogan did not allow his daughter to go on date black men. Motherfucker, do y'all know this man is 75 goddamn years old? Back in those times, it was known to keep it within a certain race. That don't make you racist. It just says you have a preference. How you gonna say this motherfucker if Hogan is racist because of this? What do we say about all the black women that go around social media saying, I can't date a white man, I just can't do it, I'd rather have my black king? Isn't that preference? Do we call them motherfuckers racist? No. Oh, he said that bad word that's racist. Man, stop it. Everybody and their mama use fucking racial slang. They don't mean that a motherfucker racist. You have a friend that's from a different race. You not about to tell me you two don't sit at the living room and crack jokes. Come on, man. Stop being fucking sensitive, man. I have many of friends from different races. India, Hispanic, white. I crack jokes all the fucking time. But you know what? I love them motherfuckers. They're my brothers. Some of you motherfuckers need to stop being sensitive.
When you or one of your family members dies and the internet is applauding and praising their death, don't say shit. Don't come on social media begging, crying, bitching, moaning, complaining, because you did this to yourself, because karma never misses anybody. I made a video that's going viral right now that's saying, hey, for you people that are praising Hulk Hogan's death, y'all ought to be ashamed and disgusted with yourself, because that's a disgusting thing to do. Yes, Terry Bollea, the individual, was a racist piece of shit, and I'm not condoning anything he said whatsoever, obviously. But Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, the icon, the mega star, the public figure, you can't deny what he's done for the wrestling business as a whole. Again, it's your right to not like somebody. But for you to take time out of your miserable life to go on the internet and praising that he's died, that's even a new low. You save that type of energy for a Jeffrey Epstein. So since cancel culture is a fucking toxic thing now, where was that same hate and energy towards Kobe Bryant when he passed away 5 years ago, when he had a 2003 sexual assault rape allegation that was settled? Because last time I checked, raping somebody, sexually abusing them or assaulting them is never good. But everybody around the entire world mourned Kobe Bryant's death. Let's look at another celebrity that passed away same year. Pop Smoke, real name Bashar Jackson. Is cancel culture going to hold it against him the fact that he rapped about guns, shooting, killing in gangs and all of his music? What about another celebrity that died this week, Ozzy Osbourne? Is cancel culture going to hold it against him the fact that he bit the head off a fucking bat and peed in the Alamo? Not to mention the fact that he was also a junkie? Not to mention the fact that he cheated on his wife multiple times? See, but nobody brought those things up when he passed. It was all love, prayers, thoughts, and condolences. So you see how you people are a bunch of fucking hypocrites? Yes, you may not like Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan, the real individual. I don't like him either. But Hulk Hogan, the on-screen character, the wrestler, the movie star, the public figure, you can't take away his legacy because of the great things he did. And y'all think that Hulk Hogan is the only celebrity who is racist? Bro, 60-70% of Hollywood are fucking racist. The thing is, they just didn't get caught. He did. So when death happens to y'all favorite celebrity who's been caught in a scandal controversy, I don't want to hear no bitching. And when death happens to you and your family and people on the internet are praising and happy about it, don't say shit. Because one thing I know about cancel culture, they can dish it, but they can never take it.
Well, I figure since I'm already dead, I might as well just stay on the Hulk Hogan bandwagon, you know? It's kind of sad that, a legendary, wonderful comedian like Norm Macdonald didn't get more praise and worship after he died. So I figure I'll just go all the way in on Hulk Hogan, since I've got 7 million Hulkamaniacs wanting to murder me at this time. Hey guys, did you know in 1989 that Hulk Hogan had $100 million and Michael Jordan had 50? Hey guys, guess what Hulk Hogan's net worth is at the time he died? 25 million. That's 18 million more than my uncle. You know how much money Michael Jordan has now? 1.8 billion. I'm going to say it again. In 1989, Hulk Hogan was richer than Michael Jordan. He had $100 million. Jordan had somewhere between 20 and 50. Hulk Hogan, at the time of his death, had $25 million and was begging people to come to his bar in Clearwater, Florida to sing karaoke to pay the bills. Hey guys, did you know in his mid-40s, Hulk Hogan's wife cheated on him with a teenager? Yeah, real American hero. Wife cheating on you with a teenager. But, of course, we can't all defame Hulk Hogan. I mean, how dare I talk about a man that used the N-word with a hard R describing his daughter's boyfriends? How dare I talk about a man that took health insurance away from hard-working Americans that were wrestlers for Vince McMahon? How dare I talk about a man who everyone in the business says was the biggest piece of crap liar of all of them? I am hiding out in my bunker. I'm not going to tell anyone where I am, because right now there are 7 million grown men between the ages of 45 and 52 who want to murder me. Literally, they want to murder me for telling the truth about Hulk Hogan. Well, I am sorry, Hulk Hogan. I am sorry that you have crossed over to the other side. I am sure that you cared just as much when whoever else died. Norm, for example. Good God, the backlash is insane. I mean, you think I was talking about the Pope or something. And didn't he just die recently? I think the Pope died recently because they got a new one and he's from Chicago. But anyway, I just wanted to leave you all with that little fact right there. In 1989, Hulk Hogan was richer than Michael Jordan. And when he died, he had less money than Steve Buscemi. Those are facts. Take care.
Gang, I'm thinking Hulk Hogan was gonna get the ultimate respect he deserved, bro. These motherfuckers are saying fuck Hulk Hogan. They is dissing Hulk Hogan, the game. I'm not even making this shit. They is over dissing for them. I swear to God. They say he racist in motion. Bro, as a wrestling standpoint, I'm talking about as a wrestler. RIP as a wrestler. Like, you feel me? Damn, fuck. They is going ham on Hulk Hogan right now. What the fuck? They don't even want to pay this. They is ultrally dissing. Utterly.
It's the Mandela effect all over again. What am I talking about? Hulk Hogan. I remember he had a heart attack many years ago and died. And the same with Jimmy Carter. I remember him dying many, many years ago too. And then they say Richard Simmons outlived everybody. He died many years ago too. I put a comment on another follower's timeline that Hulk Hogan had died many years ago. And she said, this is the third time I've heard this today. So I know it's not only me, everybody else remembers Hulk Hogan dying too. So if you remember Hulk Hogan dying before and Jimmy Carter dying many years ago, please leave your comments. Just give me a yes or a no.
The Simpsons predicted Hulk Hogan's death in an old episode, and it was hiding in plain sight. In a very well-known episode, Springfield hosts a massive wrestling gala, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. The crowd screams, spotlights sweep the arena, and Hulk Hogan makes a triumphant entrance. He's at the peak of his glory, bulging muscles, red bandana, golden mustache, and that roaring voice. What you gonna do, brother? The audience goes wild. The Simpsons sit front row. Lisa, Bart, and Homer watch from the stands, mesmerized. But something's off in the background. On a giant screen, a date briefly flashes, July 24th, 2025. And it doesn't stop there. The rest is terrifying. But first, comment Rippy Hogan to honor the legend. In another scene, the locker room is shown. A calendar is pinned to the wall, July 2025. The 24th is circled in red. Even the beer that Homer spills on the floor is strangely named Real American Final Brew. Moments later, the commentators say a chilling line. Even legends bow when the bell rings. 20 years later, to the exact day, Hulk Hogan dies at home on July 24th, 2025, from cardiac arrest.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good today. So look, earlier I put up a post giving a moment of silence to the great Hulk Hogan. Respecting his legacy, respecting what he brought us, all the entertainment, all the excitement, all the electricity, all the the just the maniacal, if that's even a word, just joy. You know, he brought us, especially as kids. I'm Gen X. You know, I grew up at the beginning of WWF, WWE, you know, just I was a Hulkamaniac. You know what I'm saying? I was there. I lived that day where Hulk Hogan bench pressed or you know bench pressed Andre the Giant. You know what I'm saying? I was there. I watched it live. Now he's not the only one who bench pressed Andre the Giant, lifted him up over his head. Okay, he's not the only one that did that, and I don't think he's the first one that did that. I think somebody else did it before he did, but Hulk Hogan was an international superstar when he lifted Andre the Giant up over his head. Now, the reason why I'm making this post is I received a lot of vitriol for respecting Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, respecting him as a man. Look, check this out. Look, he may have been a racist. He may have said racist things. I should say. Let me correct that. He may have said racist things. But what racist things have you said? Huh? Okay, ask yourself that question. What racist things have you said? What would America find out if somebody outed you and some of the debaucherous things that you have said about another race of people? What would the world find out? Huh? Just because he might have gone on a rant about a nigga or whoever. If he said the word with a hard ER, guess what? How many racial slurs have you spewed out of your funky mouth?
Like, Shirley, what you made was a great point. I've used the N word, you can't count the times because of where I grew up and how I grew up. But ain't nobody heard me say it on TV. Ain't nobody heard me say it in a movie. I have never used the word in a comedy special because it's not acceptable. Now, do I forgive him? Yeah. Do I think his career should be ruined because of it? No, I don't. Because if we ruining people's career for that word right there, ain't none of us gonna be working.
Bro, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, bro. Ain't no way that Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne died in the same week. They just taking away our legends. It's crazy how we grew up on Hulk Hogan and then he turned out to be racist, though. This man was beating all type of ass at WrestleMania, but couldn't beat racial equality. When Hulk Hogan found out his daughter had a black boyfriend, he started dropping a hard R left and right. On video, too. Vince McMahon, Hulk Hogan, everybody at WWE missing screws. For all we know, he fuck around went to cardiac arrest the second he seen his daughter's black boyfriend. So I'm dead ass conflicted because I grew up on him on TV, but he fuck around to see me and run the opposite way. And the funniest part about it all, the day that he dropped the hard R, the racist rant got leaked, was 10 years ago today, the day he died. He ain't even apologized. He also said that he was scared that his family was gonna reincarnate to being black people in the next life because of karma. Damn, being black is karma? I don't know if I'm about to say RIP again.
Wrestling legend Hulk Hogan has died at 71 years old. Of correspondent Jeff Paul is
Wow.
live with more on this, Jeff.
Fucking wow.
Joey Swallows being counted for defending Hulk Hogan.
What did he do?
Take a look.
Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things.
Hitler.
I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it.
He called black people hard yards when he was angry at his daughter for dating one, and said only rich ones are acceptable because the money makes up for it.
And apologized for it.
He said he would never want to be reincarnated into a black family because that would be his karma for what he's done and said to them.
And apologized for it.
He also prevented other workers from unionizing so he could make all the money as the face.
And apologized for it.
And when his son paralyzed the guy, he said God punished the guy who got paralyzed.
If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well.
Deflection, one-on-one, zero accountability. Look what everybody else is doing except for me. Also, the use of colored is insane.
Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake.
He's extremely racist, but he was nice to me, so I accept all of his behaviors and shun anybody who he was horrible to and made feel horrible.
I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake.
That is the most skinhead comment I have ever heard in my life.
If you got a problem with that, then just leave or you'll be blocked.
If you don't side with racists or support them, leave or I'm going to block you because I side with them and I support them.
Period.
That was pretty bad, but people are saying I know who he voted for.
Oh, we all know who he voted for.
You can't know off of one video.
We all know!
So he gets no fucking love from me. He gets none of that shit. He's gonna be with Imus. Remember Imus that were calling all black women, young women that were playing basketball, nappy head hoes? He's gonna be with those racists. And racist ass fucking Rush Limbaugh. I feel fucking nothing for them people. No forgiveness here. You won't get that shit from me. And you can say whatever the fuck you want to say about me.
Both of Hulk Hogan's memorial services went smooth on SmackDown and Raw. I stand corrected. Y'all, I thought Detroit was going to boo Hulk Hogan. I thought that there was going to be disrespectful or whatever the case may be. But he got warm receptions on Friday and on Monday. Now, like I was saying before, I ain't going to act like I'm Hulk Hogan's biggest fan. But you know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody should speak on the dead. So it's cool that this man Hulk Hogan could go off into the sunset. He got a peaceful send out, peaceful loving send off. You know what I'm saying? Love and prayers to his family. Now he can rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Both of his memorials is over with. He got the love that WWE wanted him to get. There was no problems. For the 10 bells of silence, people was silent. People was dressed up like Hogan. They brought Hogan signs. And again, in a city like Detroit, I for sure thought it was at least going to be 50-50. Not saying that I wanted that, but in a city like Detroit, you never know. But Detroit was loving them some Hulk Hogan tonight, so I think that's a good thing. You know, get it over with. The man could go off, ride off into the sunset now, rest peacefully. You know, yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about Hulk Hogan's memorial services on Raw and SmackDown. And yeah, I love y'all.
So they said death comes in threes. And over the past 3 days, we had 3 celebrities that lost their life. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and now today, Hulk Hogan. But this one is a little different because it feels like the simulation is simulated. And we all know Hulk Hogan, let's call him Terry. Terry wasn't fond of certain things and certain people. But today, Terry passed away on a very crazy day. Today, 10 years ago, Hulk Hogan was fired over a racist outburst that was caught on tape. And like I said, today, the day that he passed away, marks 10 years to that incident. Now, I need you to do a little bit of research because there's a couple of things that I can say and there's a couple of things that I can't say on this app. But what I will say is this. I want you to find out what Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan have in common. And when you find that out, I want you to come back here, jump in these comments, and say you know. Because, like I said, the simulation has been simulating today, this week, recently. You get the point. I'm out.
All right, let's talk about this. Let me start this off by saying I absolutely love Kevin Nash because most of the time he's on the right side of political issues. And I'm fully aware that he's just a friend that's mourning somebody that he spent a lot of years with and that he was very close with. However, the issue comes with, once again, telling black people how they have to feel about Hulk Hogan. So we have some idiots complaining because we're disrespecting Hulk Hogan and his legacy. But then on the other hand, if we try to honor him and his legacy and try to separate the character of Hulk Hogan from the person in Terry, then we're still being criticized. Just call it what it is. The guy's a polarizing figure. He's one of the greatest wrestlers in history. He's the reason the industry is where it is today. But he's also not a great person. So again, stop trying to tell us how to feel. We feel very conflicted right now. We're trying to celebrate the character that changed wrestling while also acknowledging the fact that we don't really like the man behind it.
So hold on. So the video that I just posted, right, about Hulk Hogan, and I'm just thinking now, this nigga did die. He did die. They doing the same shit that they did with what's his name? Joe Biden? Is that his name? They doing the same fucking thing. He was pronounced dead. And then if you look at pictures of him now, you see a whole lot of different versions of this nigga, bro. They doing the same thing they did with him, and they doing it with Hulk Hogan. They playing in our faces to see if we'll catch on and realize it. Wake up. I ain't tripping.
This is creepy as hell because I just told you guys that my grandmother told me that deaths usually happen in 3. And it was just announced that Hulk Hogan, yes, Hulk Hogan has passed away at the age of 71. Now, we know that it's been reported that Hulk Hogan had been suffering from a lot of health issues, but they say just this morning, TMZ is reporting that a call came in about him being in cardiac arrest at his home. It says the call came in at about 9 in the morning, 9:51 to be exact, and then they say that they shortly after saw a slew of EMS and police officers coming over to his home and that he was taken out on a stretcher. He was then taken to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced deceased at the age of 71. Now, this is creepy because I remember telling you guys when I heard that Ozzy Osbourne passed away that my grandmother would always tell me that deaths happen in 3. So whenever you see someone pass, know that there are normally 2 to follow. And I was saying when it was just Malcolm, Jamal Warner, and Ozzy Osbourne, I'm like, I wonder who that third person is going to be. And a lot of you guys were in my comments saying, oh, the third person already happened, and you guys were naming several different people. So from my understanding, this is about 6 celebrity deaths within a short time span. This is crazy. Conspiracy or actual truth? Do deaths actually happen in 3?
I met Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan, he may have been a racist ass nigga, but he liked me though. He may not want no niggas fucking on his daughter, but he liked me though. And I seen his daughter. His daughter was big as hell, and I would have took her down, but she would have had to do dog style on the floor. Have you guys ever? I don't mean to speak ill about the dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking ill about him. Respect to Hulk Hogan, but his daughter is tall and she looks good. I'm sorry. I don't know why I went there on the day he died. God please, God forgive me, because I know they might clip that shit and people make me look bad. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. Much love.
So allegedly, Hulk Hogan died 10 years after he dissed us. Now, I ain't saying it's karma, but I'm not saying it's not either. But what I need y'all to do is stop caring about people who ain't never cared about us. Everybody got their preferences. Mine is black queens and gonna forever be black queens. But again, stop caring about people who's never cared about us. He don't my bad, he didn't mess with us. He didn't want us in his bloodline. It's cool though. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Cause we got us. So who cares? The man was real life racist anyways, and he's always been mid in the WWE. He's never been in nobody top 5. Nobody ever used him in SmackDown versus Raw, so who cares? Let that man, And I heard from my brother, he said that his family is online saying right now is not the time to be making these jokes and doing these things. I'ma just leave it there. I don't want TikTok to weak my video again.
Make Ronald Reagan awful, right? When he dies, I don't gotta pretend that he didn't do those things.
You don't. You don't gotta say nothing.
You can say nothing, true. And if it's the average person who ain't shit, I don't say nothing. I got a neighbor who ain't shit. I ain't going past his funeral. I ain't tweeting about him. Just like Jim wasn't shit. Jim never cut his lawn. You know what I mean? Like fuck. You know what I mean? Like I might be like fuck Jim, but I might not go to the funeral. I ain't gonna say nothing. But like when you do public work and public harm, and it's like these ain't secrets. You know, I knew Hulk Hogan, right? So I've seen him.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I knew Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I mean,
what you mean you knew Hulk Hogan?
Mark Lamont Hill, pussy. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, I knew. I got to know Hulk Hogan a bit, and to be honest, he was very nice to me.
Oh, okay.
He was super nice to me. I've interviewed him multiple times.
Oh my! I hate that. Like you and Mel,
after
y'all
getting
do
to know
that.
him, I found out he wasn't shit. I didn't. The first time I interviewed him, he was great. Second time I interviewed him in what was his name? Mouth of the South.
Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy Hart. And super nice. He arm wrestled my daughter. You know what I mean? They had a whole match. He did a drop for her. I was like, yo, this is the coolest motherfucker alive.
Right.
Then like the next day, literally that day, because I was with him I was with Hulk Hogan when the Gawker thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
When we found out that he had sex with his best friend's wife.
Well,
Billy Joel did that.
And I do love for the longest time. Okay, fair enough. Billy.
Man, losing somebody like Hulk Hogan really hits a generation hard. He was larger than life, you know? The bandana, the muscles, the music. He was the guy. And for so many people, he was the face of wrestling. He told us to say our prayers, eat our vitamins, and believe in ourselves. He really defined an era. But that's just a character he sold you. Now let's talk about who Hulk Hogan really was. So behind the costumes and the catchphrases is a man who said he didn't want his daughter dating a black man. And he used the N-word like it was nothing. A man who, when younger talent started to shine, he would get jealous, and so he would pull strings backstage to sabotage their careers. He was not humble, he was not kind, and he was not inclusive. He was racist, bitter, and manipulative. And somehow he still played the hero. That's not greatness, that's branding. So while the internet is over here trying to make y'all think that Hulk Hogan was some national treasure, I'm here to remind you, he wasn't the man you thought he was. He was the man he showed us he was. # never forget.